Today we are going to talk about a couple of things that I always carry with me in my camera bag, except for the obvious, like the camera, the lenses, the microphone. This is gonna be more like the other stuff that I use on a daily basis, because I think that these things are so essential for me in my workflow to make sure that I can do everything with speed and make sure that I have everything that I want when I want to have it. And look at that. Shovel is on the wall. Archie Woods actually said that, can't you place it close to the silver button so it looks like it's digging up the silver? And that is what I did. So thanks, Archie. It looks dope. I'm also gonna put the world map up somewhere in the background here. I don't really know where yet, but I think it's gonna be good in the background instead of on this wall, because I'm probably gonna put something else here. I've also ordered way more soundproofing stuff that I'm gonna put up everywhere in here so that the echo disappears. It sounds like we say in Swedish, we say burkigt. It's like sitting in a can. But yeah, I just want to say thank you so much to everyone that is here, everyone that's supporting the channel, that's giving my videos a thumbs up and subscribing. Thank you. You guys rock. And if this is your first time watching me, then you might want to consider hitting that subscribe button, because that'd be highly appreciated. I'm gonna be down here. The first thing that I think is a must-have for any kind of photographer, videographer, filmmaker, whatever you are, if you have a camera with an interchangeable lens system, then you need to have one of these. This is a rocket blower that is super easy to use, and it keeps the dust away from your sensor when you're changing the lenses. Then you can just poof poof and you're done. And this is like $9 on Amazon, so you can just order one, keep it in your camera bag at all times, because you never know when you have to blow some dust off of that sensor or off or off your lens. Next up is something that I talked about in my previous video, and that is going to be these SSD drives. This is the Samsung T5 portable SSD drives. This is a total of 2 terabytes, and when you're shooting a lot of 4K footage, when you're doing a lot of YouTube videos, when you're doing a lot of vlogs, you want to make sure that you're separating your content from your client's content. So this drive here is what I use to have my YouTube projects, my YouTube videos, my B-roll, and everything else that I'm actively working on. And this is where I store all my client work. And I've also put some Velcro here on the back and on my computer case as well, so that I can just stick the hard drives onto the back of the computer and then plug it in and don't have to worry about the disks flopping around. And the reason that I recommend SSD drives is because you have no mechanical things spinning around here. So if I were to drop this while it was running from my computer, nothing would happen unless the actual SSD circuit board inside of the disk were to break, and that is highly unlikely that it's gonna happen unless you're again, I cannot recommend these enough. They're 1/3 of my cell phone basically. Super small, super portable, and fantastically fast. Next up is having a power bank in your camera bag that can charge your camera's batteries, your cell phone, and a bunch of other stuff if needed. This is a 20,000 milliamps battery, which is capable of charging my smartphone 5 or 10 times, I think. And it also has a regular USB and a USB-C for fast charging. And this has saved me so many times when I've been flying my drone and then I need some extra juice in my phone because I've been using it all day and forgot to charge it. So then I just plug this in, let it charge for a while, and then fly the drone again. So I highly recommend you to spend some money on a really good power bank. And I gotta say, I'm really satisfied with this. The only thing that I'm missing with it is the capability to charge my computer, but then I probably have to buy something bigger, and that I'm probably gonna do that eventually because I really like being able to be portable. Lighting is something you never can have too much of, and this is the Aputure AL-MX that I bought almost a year ago now, and I've been using this a lot, especially when I'm doing some running on vlogging and you really need to have some light when you're shooting yourself, or when you're in a dark hotel room, when you just want to separate yourself from the background and can't control the lighting. Then you can just use this and brighten up the background a little bit. I don't know if that does any difference because it's really far off, but I think just a little bit. You can also use it to give your subjects like a little bit of a rim light, depending on what kind of focal length that you have or what kind of power that you're using on the actual like light. You can adjust the power of the light just by pressing the buttons, and then you can switch it over, and then you can change the color temperature of the light as well, which is really cool because then you can get some really cool effects to your photos. So if you don't have a portable light source, I highly recommend this because it's really powerful in a small package. And I do know that Aputure released a new light which is basically the same size, that's called Aputure ALMC. And that is RGB light, and that basically allows you to get the kind of look that I have in the background, so that you can like change the colors and make it a little bit more personal. A place to store all your SD cards. This looks like one of these wallets that you had when you were 15 years old. I don't know about you, but I had one of these with a chain going through it, so I had it in the back pocket. It looks really cool. This is one of the best things that I have in my camera bag, I think, because I have a lot of SD cards and I want to store them all in one place that I always carry with me, so that if I were to forget a memory card in my camera, then I always know that I can pick one from here, and I don't have to worry about actually putting in a memory card in the camera the day before the shoot or the same day after shoot. And this is always in my camera bag. As you know, I'm a big fan of sound effects, and when I'm editing, I want to make sure that the levels of the audio and the sound effects are really good. So that is why I actually went onto the web and ordered myself a pair of these, and these are the Sony W1000X M3. And the reason that I ordered these is because they have gotten some really good reviews, and you have some noise cancelling built in to these headphones as well. The noise cancelling works great when you're sitting on the train and editing, or when you have some background noise that you want to get rid of and just really like go into depth with your editing. And the audio that is coming out of these headphones is insane. It's really crisp, and you can hear all the small details that you're doing to your video or how the audio sounds. And it actually took me like 7 years to buy a new pair of headphones, but like this time around I actually thought that, you know what, I'm gonna go all in. I'm gonna buy a really good pair of them, and these are no exception. These are really good. If you're thinking about buying these, I highly recommend them. And these are probably gonna be with me for the coming 5 years. So these are by far the things that I use the most in my camera bag on a daily basis, because who doesn't need to have some really good storage, and who doesn't want to charge up your phone when it's dying, and who doesn't want to have some good audio quality when you're editing your videos and maybe look like a 15-year-old boy, huh? Next time I think we're gonna do like a real what's in my camera bag video, because like there's a couple of things that has changed from last year, so that might be interesting for you to join in on and see what I have in my camera bag, huh? I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please do give it a thumbs up, and also do not forget to hit that subscribe button. It's gonna be down here. I'm just pointing here because it says subscribe, like right here. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, take care.